Good morning, team. Welcome back to online trainings. In today's session, we learn about data analytics and some important aspects related to the data analytics. We know that data analytics is one of the most happening technologies in the world, and the demand for the data analysis increasing day by day. The role of data analytics in creating business intelligence is highest, and if you see the hype cycle related to the data analytics technology, now it is at peak. As I told you, in this presentation, we learn about data analytics and its introduction to the data analytics. I will be explaining few important aspects related to the data analytics. Next, understanding what is data. Then we review and understand about the dimensions that are related to the data and data quality. Next, we detail about need for data quality, and finally I will conclude this training by explaining you about data quality related changes. Let me start discussing about data analytics. Data analytics is a practice or a procedure that use various tools and techniques to analyze the raw form of data that is available for a data scientist. So the process data, the data means facts or figures that are related to some XYZ person or a process that we will be collecting from day-to-day operations. The data that is collected should be analyzed in a proper way to create some information or meaning or knowledge out of it. So the knowledge that we create from the analysis will be used for some business benefits or for decision making purposes. So the overall, it can be referred as like a data analytics process involves in analyzing the collected raw data and creating certain knowledge out of it, which will be used for the purpose of decision making to let businesses gain something or people gain some benefit out of it. So the data that will be collected, that will be used to analyze in the process, will be collected from various sources. It will be extracted from various sources. So for example, the data that is collected about a human resource management means employee performance. It will be collected definitely from people and their day-to-day contributions to the organization. If you are dealing with machine and its performance, we deal with production team, production department. So the source of information will be different, but the data that will be collected, whatever the information we collect, we analyze for a purpose. For example, production, machine process and machine timing, machine usage. Such information will explain us about the performance of the machine. Based on the information that we collected, we can analyze about the performance of the machine and we make certain decisions about using the machine or not. The same way, to keep employee or not, we deal with the data that is related to the person. Okay, while collecting the data, there will be certain quality issues related to the data that should be overcome by the data analyst. The process we call cleaning the data or reorganizing the data or presenting the data organizing the data in a proper way. Okay, when we clean the data will be available in certain way that the tools that we use can be appropriately applied or used to create meaning out of the process. When we have a data, we should clean that data to make it available in such a form that it is easy to convert or transform it into information or a knowledge. So that information or knowledge we call behavioral patterns. So whatever the data that we have collected, we will be analyzing it and we create certain behavioral patterns that could be understood by the businesses or people who are using it in a proper way. So this process we call data analytics. Here it is also mentioned here that the kind of tools and techniques that people use depends upon their requirement. or like the amount they can contribute, the budget they allocate for the process. That's in that way. So, for example, there are a lot of data analytic, free data and open source data analytic tools that are available online. We can use it to analyze the available data. So, there are certain premium tools which create more advanced knowledge about the data available. For using them, it might be costly for the organization. If they are okay with it, they will be using those tools. So, the kind of tools and techniques people use will vary based on their needs and abilities. So, this is some brief overview of data analytics. So now why we need data analytics? See, when we have certain amount of information, we can create some good insights about the data, some meaningful information out of the data. So that meaningful information will help management and businesses to make more appropriate data that help people to become successful, or like organizations to become success in the market. To understand past information by generating the reports, by using the reports, by creating reports on the past performance, it is possible to understand the history or whatever happened with the organization. Next, to understand the market, if you have participated in social media learning programs, so you might have understood about this. See, when if you like most of the people use Google search to find products and purchase products online. They first search on Google, then they will go to some XYZ link that is shown. From there, the people will be purchasing the products. So the search you do, otherwise the search most of the people do, will be collected by the Google search engine optimization techniques, and by using the data analysis that is conducted there, they recommend businesses to about the market trends, how what are the products that are people searching about. For example, now coming it is Vinayak Chauthi. On Vinayak Chauthi, maybe most of the people might be trying to purchase XYZ products, maybe some sweets, maybe mud ganapati, something like that. So when you search about it, based on that, people will be recommending retail organizations to keep the particular product in their portfolio so that people can purchase it in that way. So the data analytics is definitely a requirement for improving the business processes. For example, if they analyze customer satisfaction related aspects, based on that they can get some good insights related to the customer needs and requirements. If they analyze employee performance, employee motivation, employee retention related things, they can understand what making employees get motivated, perform high, otherwise what is making employees perform worst. So based on that, certain improvements can be made by the organization to overcome certain problems. So these are some of the basic needs of data analytics for which businesses use data analytics. This flowchart is related to data analytics process. So we know that the reality means where some business, take some example as a business. In business, various types of business process are happening. From that, we are collecting raw data. For example, an XYZ person worked for 8 hours to produce 350 products, and another product worked for 8 hours and produced 250 products. Both are facts that are related to the employee performance in manufacturing some XYZ products. Okay, these facts will be collected every day. Otherwise, employee performance, employee on time coming, on time going out, so means employee timings, employee continuous log on to the system, employee production, again customers, number of customers visiting the source. All these kind of information will be collected, that we call raw data. This data will be processed. Sometimes the data will be automatically collected, sometimes manually people enter the data. So when systems entering the data are like automatically creating the data, or manually a person is creating the data, there is a possibility of errors or possibility of unstructured data, means which is not properly arranged. That will be processed to arrange it in a proper way, and the data will be cleaned, and this process will continue until the data set is proper and which can be used for exploration, or like which can be applied statistics to analyze the data. That data will be forwarded to the models and algorithms. Here we apply statistical tools or some algorithms to analyze about the data. Then, based on the analysis, we create certain visualization reports which can be understood easily by the management to make decisions. So this is the process that happens in data science. Okay, the visualization records will be stored onto the information system that becomes again reality. This is the actual process of data analytics. This is widely used by the businesses to make proper decisions. Hope you guys understood. In the next video, I will start explaining about data. Thank you.